Never, ever.
All right, we are live.
We're live. Hey, everybody. And we got room.
I think so.
Squish. Terry McKinney. Hey there. Hey there. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We're just getting situated here real quick. Got enough room?
Yeah, I think so.
You're not.
We good.
Are you good? You can scooch in.
Yeah.
Closer. Closer.
Don't be shy.
Move a little closer.
So everybody doing, we wanted to have a Thanksgiving stream to just talk about what we're thankful for.
Yeah. And what our experiences with the Carnivore Thanksgiving too.
Yeah, Carnivore Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
so
our first.
We had the Carnivore Thanksgiving experience, and we really hope that our Rocks and Twigs internet, it's been working great all day. It probably won't now.
No.
It's been the vexing of our souls.
And if anybody out there can contact Carrie Mann from Homestead How
For what?
and let him know that we are trying to get in touch with him before this weekend.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That would be really, really helpful
Yeah.
because he's kind of difficult to get in touch with.
Yeah, he's a busy man.
He's
Yeah.
a busy
guy.
And we really, really need to get in touch with him before this weekend. So
Yeah.
if anybody could do that, that would be epic. Just
That'd be
say, leave him a comment or a few and say, the Texas boys need to get in touch with you as soon as possible. That would be helpful.
Yeah.
So Midway Farms is on
From
here.
Southwest Virginia.
Yeah. So anyway, you want to jump into our Thanksgiving carnivore style experience yesterday?
Yeah, it was good. We were going to have one family over, but then they got sick. And that was a stinker.
Mm-hmm.
But so anyway, so they had to lay low. So it was just us. We were planning on making 2 turkeys,
Mm-hmm.
2 hams,
Mm-hmm.
and the kids wanted some shrimp too, which was kind of funny. So James made the turkey and the ham. So instead of doing 2 of each, we only did 1 of each, but we bought 2 of each. So we're actually going to have some turkey tomorrow, which is going to be really good. But it was really good. It was a super laid back Thanksgiving. But yeah, I thought it was really great having the turkey and the ham. They were phenomenal. And we filmed a little bit of it, so we'll probably post those clips.
Yeah.
In a video coming out shortly.
It was interesting just having turkey and ham that when we sat down to eat, well, there was a few different takeaways from it. One was that the boys were saying how cool it was that they got to spend so much time making the turkey and the ham like epically perfect.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have anything else to prepare. And usually we're preparing like a whole lot of other things. So it was neat. They thought to focus on just those 2 things. And then the other cool takeaway that they were talking about as we were eating, we were done eating in like, I don't know, 10 minutes. Maybe 15 minutes.
Like we were full.
Yeah.
You know, it was so quick, you know, because normally at normal Thanksgivings, I mean, I would graze for a couple hours.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, because they have like dinky little stuff, which is good, I guess. But you would be I would pretty much feel like I was going to die after every Thanksgiving because of how full I was.
Yeah.
And then it's not just full. It's just like
you're over
full and you overate. And then you have all those carbs and everything in you. And then you got like a super carb crash.
And then you have pie and dessert and all of that to stuff yourself with. So
and then you have the residual of that the next day too. So you're basically perpetually eating pie for like 4 or 5 days.
Oh,
yeah, exactly.
We were. Yeah, definitely.
That's what we did. We would make like 8 pies, go overkill.
So now all we had for leftovers was turkey and ham. Like our base.
And we did have a little bit of ice cream though.
Yeah,
for dessert.
The kids had some ice cream.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you have some ice cream?
Yeah, I had a scoop.
You had a little scoop of ice cream. I didn't have any ice cream.
Yep.
The dairy ice cream doesn't really get me excited too much anymore.
But you did make your own ice cream though, right?
Yeah,
you
I
had
have
your
my
own
I have my
homemade.
own Dr. Kilt's modified edition ice cream recipe that I make. So yeah. So anyway, that was I loved it. I enjoyed the simplicity of it. It was weird that we were like totally when you have a whole plate of meat, you are stuffed within 10 minutes of eating. Like you're just like, I can't eat anymore.
Yeah.
So that was kind of funny because normal Thanksgiving, you're like, oh, I'll have another helping of mashed potatoes. Sure. I'll have another helping. I mean, carbs, you can just keep eating them versus meat. It's like self-limiting. So that was funny.
Yeah. So that was really cool. Yeah. And then just being able to sit back and kind of think back on the year and, just
it's been a great year.
Count all of our blessings. Yeah. A lot's happened this year.
Yeah, a lot happens every year.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot does happen within a year's time. And it was so neat to just yesterday just have such a slow pace and really be able to just
chill
and just reflect on how good God's been to us in the past year, and just that we're still here and we're all healthy and a lot healthier than last year too. But just how he preserves us through a whole nother year is just always amazing.
Yeah, it's fascinating, and it's neat and interesting to see the changes we make and just how the rhythm of life goes on, and you watch things come to maturation. It's really cool to see. You have a vision and you think it's going to be a certain way, and it never quite really ever probably comes out the way that you pictured it or dreamed it to be.
Yeah.
But it's still so great. It's awesome. It's just, it's bizarre. It's been 10 years now since we moved, and it's still a little bit surreal, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like 10 years.
It really just, we're just in a place that I just feel we're just so blessed to be in this part of the country. And I know there's lots of parts in the country that are beautiful and amazing places to live. And if you get to be in one of those areas, you should be very thankful, because we're thankful because we know where we came from. That was not such an amazing place to be, not because of the people as much as just the culture.
Just culture.
It's just a totally different way of life.
Yeah.
So we got family pictures yesterday, which was really fun.
We can actually share them with the people if we want to. We want to do that?
Here, fun. Go.
Yeah.
I can.
Matt's been editing our family pictures for us. He took them yesterday. It was real kind of.
Let's see.
Go ahead, just special because we haven't had.
Can you load them as slides, maybe, or
maybe
we haven't had family pictures taken since little Miss Grace was a baby. She was probably like 6 months old. And then it was just with friends that we had friends come over and take pictures. So it was nothing like a big deal and official, but it was really, really fun.
It's because they're pics and not slides. So you'll have to put them on the screen and then you can share screen.
Okay, 1 second.
So we did some really fun pictures. So
what I'll do is
let's share them with you here.
So I'll just get this up here like that.
There you go. And then you can click through.
And that's what I was thinking.
Very cool. That should work. Share screen.
Share screen.
Here we go. Here we go. Y'all are in for a fun treat.
Hopefully this will all work. All right. So we went down the road and we found a really, really, really pretty side road that Mom had eyeballed during the week. And it was really beautiful out. I took all the photos.
Absolutely perfect.
Yeah, the sunset was beautiful. Absolutely perfect. And they all turned out. They turned out really good.
Yeah. And I really wanted some like epic Texas. I don't know if any of y'all are like in the Southwest or whatever, but there's just some really awesome pictures that you get to see when you go to other people's homes and even to the bank. The lady has some really awesome pictures of her and her husband, and they're like our age. And I'm like, I really want some of those pictures that just kind of really reflect country life and who we are and where we're at, and just kind of the romance of
simplicity.
Yeah.
The romance of the simplicity of just life and just the culture where we are.
I think we really need to continue to slow down, just having some time off work and working around the farm, just at not some kind of like breakneck pace. That's the beauty of the changing of the seasons. It's the time of the year where you start to wind down. You can't always produce, you can't always just be 24/7, 365. And God gives us these seasons to just, to not burn out. And so that's all part of this process, and to just continue to get to experience that. And then me and Matt were shooting some videos today, and it's just so neat. We recalibrated our entire diet and everything, but we're still doing the stuff that we're doing, and it's kind of neat.
It makes everything that we're doing more intentional. And we've always had chickens, but now we really depends on them more, I think, and the cows, but now it's like more purposeful that we have cows because it's kind of mainly what we're eating. So
and we're still working through converting our herd over, and that's been quite the experience. And
we're gonna make some videos about that.
We're gonna make some videos, and they should be interesting.
Yeah,
and hopefully they'll get more than 100 views, like the 2 videos we put up today that each got less than 200 views. So if you were ever a content creator and ever got like 40 to 100,000 views, and then you take all the time and effort and use very expensive equipment and make sure the audio is good, and then you get less than 200 views, I'm going to get a big something for the back wall for the old them tubes. I really hate you too.
Aw. Thanks, Birdie. She said the pics are phenomenal because
Birdie Inadel, where have you been?
Seem to really capture the spirit of who you are and what you represent. Very authentic. Thanks, Birdie.
I took all the photos except for the one photo. It's just incredible, today's technology. Like, you would never think in a million years that we took those photos on a phone.
Yeah, those photos were taken on a phone, y'all.
We took them on a phone, but then, of course, I threw them into Lightroom and did a good chunk of editing on them. And then, I don't know, I wanted to stylize all the photos. I didn't want to have like a normal color grade on them. I wanted them all to have a scheme to them. And I just thought of a more non-saturated, rustic, but still vibrant, like the yellows and the reds would still pop. They would make out the photo. And it was kind of funny. We didn't even plan for this, but Mom wore a red dress, and then little Tex and Jed, they had like some red in their shirt. You had a little bit of red in your shirt. James had a little bit of red in his shirt. So it was perfect. Because it balanced everything out. So it wasn't too like washed out. It was great. So it's just cool when things work together like that in photos. And we had a good time.
It was fun. It didn't take real long.
We were there maybe like 20, 30 minutes.
The little side road where we wanted to get pictures, and we had to stop because the guy had to come and feed his cows.
I know. He's like, are y'all taking Thanksgiving photos?
That was funny.
He's like, are y'all from around here?
Y'all from around?
We're like, right up the road.
Up the road,
my friend.
But he was feeding his cows.
Yeah.
And we were there maybe less than 15 minutes probably. But it was fun. I'm so glad, as the mama, you know how that is, that you get some pictures, because I told...
It's been 3 years. And
Yeah.
3 years ago, it was
Wow.
one photo, kind of haphazard at a church,
Yeah.
like side yard or something.
Yeah, it was just like real quick,
Yeah.
like, oh, stand here. Let's get a quick
Yeah, hurry.
picture. Yeah. Yeah.
Take it. Everybody's standing still.
This one was a little bit more intentional than that.
Yeah, it was
so that
really
was
good.
fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and then we do have some time planned at the end of this year to get away a little bit and
Just chillax.
kind of
To
relax.
Because it's just like our years do go by really fast. We get so much done.
And that's why I encourage people, you know, if you're thinking about moving or you're thinking about just do it. Like you'll blink your eyes and 10 years will be gone.
I know. It's incredible.
And you have to just do it, you know, and we, you know, by the grace of God, we were
definitely
able to just pull the plug.
Yeah.
But I mean, from just we sat back and thought about it and analyzed it, we would have never done it. It didn't make sense to do it, you know, but we did it anyway. And I always want to encourage people, you know, if you're going to make the change, make the change.
Yeah.
Same thing with your diet. But if you're, you know, don't stop talking about it and do it.
Yeah. And find the place that you love, you know, and then you can, like, every time we do go away, even if it's for a couple of days, it's always like, oh, it's so nice to be home. Like when we went on the North Carolina trip, it was like, it's beautiful and everything. Really beautiful country out there. Very nice, very sweet people out there. But just you pull back in the driveway, you know, back onto the ranch, and
Good to be home.
and, you know, it just feels good to be home, you know. So if you don't have that feeling of just like it's home, you know, and you just always want to be, you know, improving your property and just hanging out on it, you know, chillaxing, you know, you got to find that spot, you know.
Yeah.
That spot somewhere, there's some spot somewhere on this earth that, you know, you'll have a really good connection to.
That's
you know?
true. That's
So
true.
you
And
just
we
gotta
never
find
felt like that
No.
before. We
No.
never did. Where we
I know a lot
were-
of people that don't feel like that at all. They always
No.
are like, oh, I want to move.
or dreading going home.
Or
like,
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
vacation's
And we used to
over.
do that.
Now we
Yeah.
have to go back home.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, where we lived before, I was like, oh man, I wish we could go on a 30-day cruise and stuff like that, you know, just
Yeah.
like be gone for a month, you know.
Sure.
because
As a matter of fact, we did go away for a month one time.
Yeah.
Just because I don't know. And we loved our house, I
Mhm.
guess, where we lived,
I guess.
but
I didn't.
yeah, I don't
Not
know.
that big.
I mean, we were thankful for it.
Yes.
Of course.
But
Yeah.
it just felt more like something that we endured rather than really, really enjoyed, even though we tried to make it enjoyable. I mean, we had a little, you know, backyard homestead there with chickens and dairy goats, and we did all that stuff. And we tried our best to make it our home and make it enjoyable. But I don't know. We just always enjoyed getting away more than being home. So,
Yeah.
but we are going to get away, and we are going to enjoy being away again later this year. And we will enjoy coming back home too.
Yeah, we work hard, we play hard. I mean, I think it's important. You know, if the Lord's providing you, and you have the ability to do it, I say do it. You know,
Absolutely.
If not, I mean, honestly, just being around the homestead is, you know, you just shift down a couple gears and you do it
being
at a
around
slower
the people
space.
you love, you know, and the things that you love and all that. You
Yeah,
know?
somebody asked us like last week, oh, now that we're mostly eating OMAD, do we still sit down and eat at the table together? At times, but we are always together. It's not like
That's true.
yeah, we are always together.
That's true. That's a good point.
Like, that's the thing too. Like, we have a single story rancher that helps big time. Like, there's a lot of families that have double story, 3-4, you know, 1,000 square foot houses. They barely see each other, you know,
Yeah, and
locked up in their rooms.
Yeah, a
or
lot of people
whatever.
have bedrooms,
You
and they
know.
all go to their bedrooms and shut.
They
the
got
door.
TVs and devices in their bedrooms. So,
Right.
you know, we have a TV, but it's in the living room, and we all
Yeah.
chill out and watch shows together. and-
Right. We decide what
hang
we're
out.
going to watch together
Yeah.
as a
Yeah,
family.
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's not cable TV either.
No,
it's just
no,
internet.
It's just
but
YouTube.
yeah, so that's true. We are together all the time. And it is a little more challenging, I would say, to eat meals specifically together, just because everybody's kind of got a different schedule too. Most
Yeah.
people don't eat I mean, the little ones eat when they wake up, but everybody
They never
else
stop.
doesn't eat when we wake up. So breakfast is just not going to be a sit down happen together because nobody else is eating. Lunch, they're sitting at the table and eating lunch together. But then usually TD's at work. So he's not at the table at lunchtime. And then dinner time, sometimes it just kind of depends on the night. If the boys had to run out, if they're over at the ranch doing stuff or whatever, or maybe they grab something beforehand. Also, when you're only eating once or twice a day, it seems like different people have different like biological clocks where they get hungry. Like say they get really hungry at maybe 1 o'clock or 3 o'clock and they have a big meal. Well, then they're probably not going to eat again later, or I don't know. So we're still kind of figuring that all out. And it seems like it is still changing. So everybody's still kind of growing into that kind of, the eating thing. But we do eat at the table when we eat.
Quite a bit. Decent amount.
Now the little ones had some turkey legs and some leftover ham.
Yeah, I did.
This morning. And
not this morning, but in the afternoon.
And then they were watching some, it was neat. It was like these old time Thanksgiving cartoons. It was pretty fun. So we watched some of that. Because we don't watch sports either, like as a family.
No.
We don't.
I used to be such a sports addict. It's so nice to not do that anymore.
It's funny that when we used to go to other people's houses for Thanksgiving, football was always on, and it always felt so weird because we don't watch football. We don't really we're not up on it anymore or anything. So it's always like, I know that's the tradition, but it's like, I don't know. It doesn't mean anything to us.
What's more weird is I used to be a football crackhead. And I mean, I could name every roster, backups, and football crackhead. And, when I went to the fantasy draft, everybody would marvel at how do you even know who that guy is and all that stuff. And to go from that to having absolutely no desire to even watch a game, and then watching the funniest thing about professional football now for me is watching a bunch of people that don't really know anything about football and don't really like to watch it that much, but they'll sit around and talk about it. And I'm like, you can tell by listening to them that they don't really watch that much football, and they need something funny. Platonic or whatever, I don't know, to talk about.
Just to talk
and
about.
It's bizarre, and they don't even know what they're talking about.
Middle ground.
And what's even funnier to me is I have no desire to talk about it. And it's kind of hilarious.
It is kind of funny. Yeah. So I thought it was funny what we end up watching in lieu of sports. We don't watch sports. So what ends up being our choice of things to watch is always funny to me because we were watching some random YouTube channel guy make science. What was he doing?
That was cool. He made a nuclear reactor.
Yeah.
That was cool.
And it was some
Asian. I was watching he made a nuclear reactor.
Yeah, it was an Asian guy.
I was watching the guy spin the magnets on the.
that was the nuclear reactor.
That's what he was working on.
No, not nuclear reactor. You're this is escaping me right now.
Yeah. So
they
were watching the super dorky, nerdy stuff. So they were watching that.
We did that, and then we watched some Pickers.
American Pickers.
That's just a classic.
Yeah, anything Alaska, we end up watching
normally. I didn't tap into any Alaska stuff though.
Yeah, usually gold mining or any type of Alaska type things. We're kind of into that. That's our sporting thing. Yeah. So anyway, I hope y'all had an awesome Thanksgiving too. It's funny how it can differ so much from season to season. And
it's fascinating how once again, I know we talk about it a lot, how kind of crazy and upside down the world is. And how if you were to watch mainstream or whatever, everything seems to be in disarray and everybody's angry at each other and all these different things. But the point of living a more rural life is it's just not that's just not reality, and when you unplug from that propaganda and you slow down, it's not to say that things aren't waxing worse and worse and stuff is happening, but you're just like, yeah, it's really nothing like what they're talking about, or what everybody continues to perpetually be, talking about over and over and over again. So that's kind of fascinating.
Yep. So we went on a couple bike rides with the kids. That was fun. I saw Benjamin, you were saying you went on a walk with your wife. We've been bike riding now.
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
We actually all bought bikes. Actually from a guy off of Facebook Marketplace, and he gets all the bend dents from Walmart, and he'll buy them by the hundreds and then resell them. So we all got bikes for like $300, and it was like awesome because normal bikes, really good bikes, go for over $100 nowadays, and they're like brand new. They might have like a scuff or something on them. So anyway, so it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun going on bike rides whenever we have time, which it's been quite a bit, especially I've been doing autonomy and learning how to manage my time with businesses and stuff like that. But then since I knew it was Thanksgiving and just we were going to start slowing down. So and then we had some grandparents come in. So I was like, I started just moving stuff on my calendar and slowing stuff down just so we can just have a chill out type of just a couple weeks, before Thanksgiving and after Thanksgiving, just to kind of, be able to relax a little bit, because other than that, it's been pretty much full tilt all year.
Oh, and as a thank you to all y'all that have supported us. We have 10% off going on over at the website. Thanks 2023. Thanks 2023. You can get 10% off.
And for anybody that wants to or has been thinking about getting any gift items for the holidays, there's all types of awesome stuff over there. Honey, coffee, CBD coffee, Lion's Mane coffee. The Food Forest in the Box is still available, which that would be like the coolest gift ever to give somebody, is the Food Forest in the Box. If they're a beginner homesteader or they've been homesteading for quite a while, you can get 10% off of that with code THANKS 2023. And also remember, if you want to get any gifts for the holidays, get them before December 1st to guarantee that they will.
December 1st is very soon.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we always do that.
Yeah.
Just
to guarantee that they get to your house.
Sure.
In time. And we've been on top of our orders. So,
if you want something by December,
there's been a couple years that we've been like really far behind because everything's been so crazy, but it's really been nice that I've been able to slow down my businesses and then just really focus on the orders on the website because they've been doing really good. So just a really big thank you to everybody out there that supports through thick and thin, the people that just, always click on the videos, even though we get super shadow banned, it doesn't matter,
Yeah, we keep plugging away, and we'll be praying for your mom, because that's, that always puts things in perspective as life goes on and seasons and holidays and all these different things. And, we've had enough health issues to understand what that's like. And, we'll definitely be praying that your mom gets feeling better. Nikki said that the thumbnail really shows how short Texas mom is.
Yeah. And Buddy is a stinker in all those photos.
Buddy stood on the crown of the road.
Because he stood on the crown of the road in the one photo. So it made him look taller than everybody. Then in the main photo, there is a mole hole, like mound underneath him. And then he was standing on his tippy toes too in that photo. So he looks taller than me and James. And we're like, you stinky. I know. It was like,
He's the same height as James.
He is the same height.
Are
as
they the
James.
same height now?
Yeah.
Wow.
Same height.
See what Carnivore has done for him? Because he used to be the run of the litter, y'all.
He really did.
Yeah. He's shooting up really fast.
Super fast.
Yeah. I just think it's neat too that we weren't like boasting about like, oh, we don't watch football or like we didn't have a big Thanksgiving. If you had football on the TV and had a big Thanksgiving, that's great too. We've enjoyed big Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we've done all that.
I love Thanksgiving.
With family
big Thanksgiving
and friends. That's so
very
much
true.
fun.
Yeah.
So
especially with lots of family, it's great.
Yeah.
We've had.
But I think it is nice though to have like a chill Thanksgiving.
I think it's nice just to be content with wherever stage, season of life the Lord has you in. If he has you right now with a lot of family and friends, enjoy it. And
that's a great point.
Appreciate it. And don't worry about the football game that's on. Don't stress about that. Just enjoy your company and your family and friends. And then if he has you in a season of life where you're totally all by yourself, you need to find peace and blessings in that too. So that's our point. Our point wasn't to be on like some soapbox or we've had the perfect Thanksgiving or something like that. It wasn't about that. It's all wonderful.
Yep.
It's finding the blessings in all of it.
Being thankful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll be praying for you through faith and grace. Yeah.
22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
That is terrible. We've known a few people now in the past 10 years. It seems like there's a lot of car accidents in Texas.
A lot.
Roads.
I see a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. And I don't get out that much, and I see a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. A good friend of ours, he just died not that long ago on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
And when I first heard that, I thought instantly car collision or something like that, but it was actually a deer. He hit a deer. And Then
not far from here.
and then they found him, so you don't know how long he was there alive or whatever. It's a sad thing. Yeah. He was a great man. And he actually bought one of our properties that helped us get the land beside us, and just a great man. Awesome guy, would do anything for you. And it's just, it puts into perspective how fast life is, how fast it'll go, how fast it can all be gone, Yeah,
that's why you got to be thankful, and be intentional and slow down and be aware.
Don't purposefully be busy,
so busy
trying to just consume yourself so you don't, be thankful for the things that you have,
It's true. Yeah. And I've been thankful for our bike rides with the little ones in the afternoons. It's been so fun.
Yeah.
And the weather's been perfect. It's like our reward, our Texas reward, Lone Star, for
it really is.
For surviving the summer.
You survive the summer.
Beautiful falls.
Yes.
And beautiful springs.
You get 65 today.
It would be like,
absolutely perfect.
Perfect.
Got a lot of stuff done outside.
Yep. Don't break a sweat.
Magnificent.
Little ones are still running around barefoot. Like, it's plenty warm enough.
And then you go into the greenhouse and you're like, wow, this is like Florida in here.
Yeah.
It's like 80, 90.
Yeah. So it's been great. We've been enjoying that.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Somebody earlier asked how old the 3 oldest boys are now.
It is, I know my age. I'm trying to think of their ages.
18, 16, 14.
14. Yeah, he hasn't. Buddy hasn't turned 15 yet.
Yeah.
No.
Buddy will be turning 15 real soon here. But 18, 16, 14, and then we have 8, 7, and 5.
Yep. Wow. That's very impressive. Yeah. And
them.
James is driving.
Thank you.
And it's very scary. So pray for James.
Pray for the rest of Northeast Texas.
Everybody.
All those on the
he's
sidewalks.
A very scary driver.
He should have had his license already, and we messed up with the permit procedure.
Yeah, because you have to hold it for 6 months.
Yeah.
So.
And that was our fault. So
probably a good thing.
Yeah.
He will
definitely a good thing.
He'll be official in February, but he should have been official in September. So anyway, poor James, but he's getting
getting better.
Extra driving time. He wasn't in any hurry. Thus, it slipped everybody's mind.
Yeah.
What do I use for homeschool? Well, I've used lots of things over the years, lots and lots of things. Things as in curriculums, and all different types of approaches, from Charlotte Mason to Unschool to real strict workbook type things to all different
Abeka.
Freestyle, all kinds of things. So
don't use Abeka.
And currently what we have been using for the past few years has been a mix of Acellus. It's ACELLUS, Acellus Academy. It also goes by Power Homeschool, and we use the parent-led portion of that, which is $25 a month per student. But you can also pile up like 2 or 3 students on one account if you wanted to. We just use it for language arts and math, although you've also used it now for they have like plumbing and electrical and HVAC
trade stuff. Pretty cool.
Yeah, they have some trade classes for high school level. They have business. They have a lot of computer type courses, all different things for high school level. But we've also used it for the lower levels. But I kind of bounce back and forth between using Acellus for my elementary and grade school, middle school to middle school ages, between Acellus and also using The Good and the Beautiful. I love The Good and the Beautiful. No, we're not Mormon. And there's no Mormon religious stuff written into any of the curriculum. It's just a very classic, but has morals in it. And it will say God in it. So if that offends you, then it might not be your thing. But
if that offends you, you might need to move to France or something like that.
But it's beautiful curriculum. And I specifically love the language arts. Language arts covers like a multitude of things with The Good and the Beautiful, but it has totally taken my kids from, my older kids used it years ago, and it took them from like, a basic reading and writing kind of level to really, really reading and writing well, vocabulary really well. It does spelling, grammar, literature. It does art. We kind of skip the art part. We're not big on art, but it's just a great curriculum, and it's very precise. It's very efficient. You can sit down and you can get it done, whether you're working with a little child or working with an older child. Within 20 minutes, you pretty much have the language arts lesson done. And it's very methodical, the way that it goes through it. You can tell that it's written by educators. It's not just some homeschool curriculum that, is just written by some homeschool mom that, it's written in a way that you're not going to, nothing's going to fall through the cracks. You're not going to be able to just push your child through a year's worth of work and then be like, oh, they still don't know what a noun is, because that happens in some other type of classical type homeschool curriculums. I can speak from experience. The Good and the Beautiful and Acellus for online. They're our 2 go-tos, have been for the past few years, and we love them.
What was the Pickers show that we were just watching tonight? That was really cool.
It was like a...
was that just for Thanksgiving?
No, I think it was some kind of like best of thing.
Yeah, look that up. That's on Amazon Prime, right?
Yeah, where they had Frank on.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah.
When Frank had a really bad stroke, apparently, and I think he is starting to get better. But
so that's why he's not in the newer seasons.
Yeah.
And then what was the American...
that Abandoned, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, we watched this series. I think it's on Amazon Prime. It was like
abandoned structures. It was, there was
America's Abandoned Structures.
America's
Cool
abandoned.
show. I just love how they love the twist, like
they
all this racism in there, and the white colonizer man, and how wicked he was.
Yeah, but the places,
he's so terrible.
It's neat how they kind of bounce around the country and they give like history of these
that part of it,
abandoned places.
You pick out the truth and
pick the corn out.
Make the corn out.
Yeah,
for real.
Good night through faith and grace. Hope you have a good night. Get your kiddos to bed. Football becomes idle in this country, especially this state. Was so glad to see.
Oh wow, Prosper! They voted down the stadium. That's pretty impressive. Lakehead, bro.
Yeah, the sports thing just continues to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Whether it's with the kids or the adults, it's like
and it's just it's strapping us with debt. Like even on a high school level,
just the
bonds are destroying us and killing the property taxes, and they'll make all these like excuses that they can run them out for state championships and all this stuff, and it'll generate revenue. It does not ever generate any,
and they don't take care of them.
They're not
break down.
They can't. They're not even the people they have running stuff are not smart enough to take care of them, and they always go with the wrong solution and the cheapest fix.
People are going to be like, "Well, how do you know this?"
And how I know it is because you have to deal with that kind of stuff every single day.
No.
And unfortunately,
you have to climb on the roof and be like, wow.
Unfortunately, like, it's not necessarily their fault. They're not paid anything, but the modus operandi is to fix it as cheap as possible, which means that it's not being fixed. And what's they're designed in a way that they're going to be very difficult to maintain.
Yeah.
And then they don't want to spend the money to maintain them. And of course they just erode and turn to junk.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's interesting to see how things become more focused on sports and all of that kind of stuff in a big way.
Yeah.
Lone Star remembers when Plano and Frisco weren't Dallas.
Wow.
Because now it's Dallas.
It's all Dallas.
Babylon.
It's Dallas and then Dallas sprawl. And then it's like 2 or 3 hours of Dallas sprawl now.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
All the way up to 40.
Woo, man.
All right. Nikki C. Wilmer said, so no more pizza. Wait a minute. What did he say for you guys? Wait a minute. Where is he at?
Where is he?
It's up there just a little bit.
Never
Or
can
he
tell
said,
what Wilmer is
meat
saying.
pizza. Where does he
So
at?
no pizza for you guys, or maybe a pizza with meat crust. I tried it once and it was delicious.
Oh.
I just had this carnivore guy on Twitter, and he posted his like carnivore pizza, and the crust is like eggs and cream cheese or something. It did look jamming.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I was watching Laura Spaeth the other day, and she did, I guess it was kind of controversial, but she did like a short or a video or something. People were getting all up in arms about it, but she said if you wanted to do like a cheat carnivore pizza, you could just order your pizza with all of the meat toppings on it, and then just scrape the cheese and everything off, and just eat your cheese and your meat and everything. You just don't eat the bread.
That seems blasphemy,
And,
though. That's like pagan or something.
She was like, it's a cheat. It's not like a everyday thing that you would do, but
if I did that,
to eat. It's
if
pizza. It's just not the crust.
Ordered a beautiful pizza, there's no way.
Yeah, especially if it was someplace good. There's no way you're gonna like scrape the
I'm
top
talking
off.
like high quality pizza, which that's not really a thing down here. There is one spot.
Unfortunately,
there is one
we don't
spot
have
that
good
is
pizza.
pretty good. It's not as good as where we're from, which is like
Where we're from is a great place to be from.
Yeah.
Only for the pizza. I think that would be the only thing
pizza.
they're good at up there
Just
is
miss
the pizza. That's it.
We're not from Chicago.
No.
Pizza
But-
Oh yeah, LH says I've scraped the top off and eaten the pizza, and my chickens get the crust. There you go.
Yeah, I mean,
See, I want to have
I don't know.
the strength inside of me to scrape it off.
Oh, and John says they
not
make
eat the
pizza
crust.
bowls now, and so it's basically cheese and toppings.
Huh.
Mm.
Interesting.
huh? Yeah, I mean, you could do that. I guess that would be fine as long as the cheese doesn't upset your stomach.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Or if you weren't doing it all the time, cheese would definitely make me gain weight back. But
Okay.
if you're just doing it once in a while,
Once in a while.
yeah, maybe it would be worth trying. I don't know. Or would it just, I guess if you're that kind of person, or there's probably a couple of different kinds of people, but if you're the kind of person that it's just going to really make you think about the pizza and really want the real pizza, then it might not be worth it, because I don't know. Some things it's like, I'd rather not have it. I'd rather have the perfect memory of it than try to replicate it, and it's just so disappointing. Like, you know, like we did that for so many years with the plant-based stuff. It's like plant-based lasagna, and it's like dairy-free, gluten-free, plant-based lasagna, and you make it and it's like, it's good, it's okay.
Ish.
I don't like
But-
lasagna anymore.
Yeah.
This is nothing like lasagna, but it's okay, you know. It's like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather have the memory. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Exactly.
Don't spoil the memory.
Don't
It's fine.
Don't
It's good.
tarnish.
Don't tarnish lasagna's
yeah.
the memory that you have of
Yeah.
good, delicious lasagna.
Yeah, sometimes you'll
Yeah.
just mess
It's just
yourself
certain
up.
things. It's just like
Yeah, so I don't know. So we're pretty boring with our food, y'all.
we
I mean, we're
are.
just-
Yeah.
There's probably people watching it like
it's
y'all are
just
crazy.
meat and eggs.
Y'all are
and,
so boring.
But the turkey James made was amazing. He's making another turkey tomorrow.
But you know what's not boring is just feeling amazing all the time.
Yeah,
That's
true.
the reason that keeps you on, you know,
Mhm.
is just feeling great and incredible.
well,
you know?
I told James tonight.
Sleeping
I said
great.
we went 5 years of eating dairy-free, gluten-free, plant-based, whole foods. And how many times in that 5 years did I go on a bike ride with little kids?
None.
No, I never felt that good.
No.
Never. There was
You
never.
walked a couple times, but
Yeah, or walked because I was like making myself, because I
Yeah.
was like trying
not
to
to
form
go
some type
enjoy
of
yourself.
discipline, not
Yeah.
like I'm going on a bike ride, let's go. Like
Yeah, just
not
for the fun of it.
for the fun of it, not for the discipline of it, just because I wanted to be outside and
Exactly.
enjoy it.
Exactly, LH. Eat to live, don't live to eat. That is a beautiful
Yeah, break
reference.
the food addiction
from
cycle. Because
over
it's a
the hedge.
cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the only way that I have been able to break the carb addiction that I've had is by totally cutting it out. I know that if I go back to having some of it, it will be full on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Even if I just had the ingredients in the house to make some of the things,
Yeah.
I know we would get real creative
It's,
real quick.
you know, it's the whole joke about moderation, you know, it's like, you know, but in moderation, no, because
We're
we're
not.
human beings, or at least I can speak for myself.
right.
You know.
Some people can moderate.
Hey,
Some
certain
people can't.
are really hard-headed and really strong-willed, and they're like, I ain't gonna eat more than set amount. And awesome. If you're that person,
Mhm.
I wish I was you, but you know,
Then there's the rest of us.
then there's the rest of us,
That's gonna
chickens. Yeah,
pumpkin pie the whole week.
the whole pumpkin pie
The whole pumpkin pie.
for 8 days in a row.
And we might make more.
And then you're
Like,
going to be like,
yeah.
that pumpkin pie was so stinking
We need
good.
More pumpkin pie.
We're going to make 4 more of them.
We would make 10 pumpkin pies
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
without
true.
exaggeration.
And then
Yeah.
eat like 3 or 4 the first day.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
we got pizza pans, like the full size pizza pans to make our pies with, because
Yeah.
they're for pizzas too, but they were also for pies because
Like,
they were gigantic.
what were they like?
They're
20,
huge.
20
They're like
inch?
16 inch.
16 to
Yeah,
20
they might be
inch,
20
yeah.
inch. I think they're 16 inch pans.
They're huge. Yeah.
They're big. and we got those to make pies.
No, there was no carnivore pumpkin pie.
No. We're talking about old times.
Yeah, back in the day.
Back in the day, last year, old time's sake.
We were pie gluttons.
Yeah, we're not talking about.
I was 30 pounds heavier.
Yeah.
Actually, it was funny because last year around this time, from like the end of September until December, I was fasting for several days in a row. I was only eating like one meal a day. Basically, it was like salad with no dressing and tuna fish on it. I was doing all kinds of stuff. I ended up losing like about 25 pounds, and I got down to a certain weight, and I still wanted to lose an additional 10 to 15 pounds, and I could not do it for the life of me. Like those pounds just clung on to me. It didn't matter how much I fasted, how little I ate, how much I exercised. The weight was just not moving. And this year, I'm barely exercising at all. And it's all gone. Those last 10 or 15 pounds were just like nothing, just gone. Like, so that's pretty amazing. I don't miss the pumpkin pie for that. I don't want to get drugged back. As much as I can enjoy the memory, I don't want to be back into the bondage of that.
Yeah. Bondage of pumpkin pie. Yes. Midway Farms. There's nothing like a good old homemade apple pie out of your own apples. Yes. I've made pear pie from our own pears, and that was really good. Yeah. And you get a scoop of vanilla ice cream for Thanksgiving. That's really good. Yeah.
Yeah. John Oates. The before and after pictures are a little hard because we're kind of modest, farmy people. Yeah. And I'm not going to like wear something that's really revealing to show our like shape of our body, but just trust us when we say we're doing better.
I mean, what you can do is like, if you go back in our videos, you can see like the size of the faces, your arms, you know.
Yeah, sometimes if I have a dress on, you might see my arms, or I notice it a lot in my arms.
Yeah.
Are a lot. Because I was always self-conscious that my arms were always fat. I felt like.
They were.
But more than all of that, we're enjoying life and we're going outside and we're doing things, and he's not achy and he's sleepy. He's sleeping at night, and it's just like
he's sleepy and he's sleepy at night.
He's sleepy at night.
You're not sleepy during the day. You're sleepy at night.
There's just so many wonderful things about it. It's not the weight stuff. The weight is just a side effect. That's just like an extra bonus.
Yeah.
Because you didn't do it to lose weight. No. You didn't need to lose any weight. No. You've probably gained more muscle by eating so much protein.
Yeah, I'm excited to start working out again, because having a super high protein packed diet is awesome for weight training and bodybuilding and stuff like that. But just with the shoulder, I've been having to, slowly ease into it. I've actually started doing half push-ups again, and they've been feeling really good.
Good.
Real, only like you're on the counter and like slowly, just mainly no weight, just going through the motion of it, and just slowly strengthening everything. And the shoulders feeling really good. It's every day it feels less and less just like weak, because like with having 3 surgeries, I just kind of get used to it with the shoulder, and your brain like has a tie straight to it, and it'll stop you from doing stuff with it. And every day it just kind of, I can do more and more with it. So and it feels more normal. So and very excited.
The first of the year, you're officially.
Yeah. January, it will be officially 100% healed. So that's good. So for any new people, I had 2 shoulder surgeries in 2 years, labrum surgery because I was an idiot and tried to do a front flip on a trampoline, landed upside down and dislocated my shoulder. And then it kept coming out. And then I got labrum surgery, partial labrum surgery. And then I played volleyball and then swam, and then cartilage broke off in there. And then I kind of damaged it again. And then my same shoulder surgeon went in there and did a full entire labrum repair, and then also took a part of my collarbone and infused it in there too, in a crack, because I actually fractured a part in my shoulder, actually like a permanent fracture, but it doesn't hurt anything, I guess. And I have 100% range of motion. I just can't be an idiot. So, but I can, come January, I can slowly start to ease back into weight training and stuff like that. So,
And he stitched your rotator cuff into that too.
yeah,
this
fused
time.
it into this little, there's a little divot that happened from the first initial impact that I guess they didn't see at first when they first did the first surgery. So I guess it was kind of almost a good thing that they went back in there, I guess. But yeah. So anyway, but I will say this, being on carnivore, like right at the start of the surgery and everything, my scars, because I scar super easily, they're way less. They're like 50% less,
Oh, wow.
like nasty looking than normal, because the other ones are like kind of, they've actually been going down quite a bit actually.
Huh.
That's good.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's really cool.
That's good.
But yeah, so
Well, that makes sense because people report a whole lot of
Mhm.
Skin improvements from being on carnivore. You know, it's really,
yeah, that's
really
the other
good for your
thing
skin.
that's really cool too, is because, man, back on that other diet, it was weird. I would react totally different to fat and butter and stuff. It would
Mhm.
all come out of my skin. Like
Mhm.
I could eat like just a little bit of butter and it would be like, boom, I would be able to do this and like super sheen on my hands. But now I can eat as much butter or fat and I don't feel like greasy, nasty and greasy, and my hair doesn't feel nasty and greasy, you know,
Because you're fat adapted.
fat adapted.
You're using fat.
Yeah. Burning fat, you know, instead of carbs.
Mhm.
So pretty cool stuff.
All right, y'all. Well, it's been fun.
It is
always
like
enjoy hanging
Humpty
out.
Dumpty Carnivore put you back together again. Yeah, it is for real.
Yeah. We got a lot to be thankful for.
Yes, we
this
do.
year.
Wow.
Nikki C.
Yeah.
Good night, Nikki C. She's
Good
probably
night.
already left, but
I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful night.
yeah.
Have a great weekend, y'all.
Yeah. Hang out with family and friends and be thankful for all your blessings and count
When
all
you
your
get a chance,
blessings.
watch all of our videos that have less than 200 views. We greatly appreciate it.
You know, when you go to bed, just leave your TV on, mute it, and then just, you know, leave. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
Anyway,
You have a great night.
love
Thanks for
y'all.
hanging out.
Thanks for jumping on the stream. All right. See
See
y'all
y'all.
later. All right. Bye.